The Kite Runner is a story about redemption, but overall there's so many other universal themes that so many people connect with, because ultimately we all, in our lives, we all haven't been saints. And especially when we're kids or in our youth, we all did things we regret later, and things we feel guilty about, and we all can relate to that in our deepest. And it doesn't matter what culture one comes from or where one comes from. And I think this is, for me, was one of the essence of the film, essence of the story, is this redemptive quality about it. What I thought was beautiful about David's script, that it wasn't written in voiceover. I thought it was very courageous, because you could easily fall into the trend to tell the story out of a voiceover's perspective. And I thought that it was really remarkable that he was able to tell the story in that sense. Obviously, The Kite Runner, the book itself, which is always with every kind of literary adaptation you do, there's so much more. So you had to focus on certain things. I wanted Khaled to come and visit, and I wanted him to be part of it, because for me the main thing is ultimately not to let Khaled down. I think ultimately, it is his book, his vision, and I feel like I, as a director, only served the vision of the original author. And I feel like that I wanted to bring his story alive, but I think it was very important for me that he feels good about it, that he shared the vision I had for his book, and ultimately that this vision then can be something he can be happy with. Ultimately, what's the fascinating thing is about the kite run in general. There's so many metaphors, and obviously the kite is the metaphor which stands for so much in the book and in the film, because a kite can rise and a kite can fall, and a kite is dependent on the wind and where the wind is blowing from, where the wind is coming from, and how you can maneuver through the wind. And it's something fascinating, and I think also that the whole kite tournament sort of sums up the entire book, because it's the beginning of the end. At the same time, it is sort of the ultimate, triumph and the ultimate moment of happiness in Amir's childhood and in Hassan's childhood, that moment when they win the kite tournament. Because it's the first time, ultimately, he will get accepted from his father, because his father has this incredible pride for him, that Amir won the tournament, and it's this exceptional bond the two kids have together. So there's so many levels they are going on in that moment of that kite tournament, and then in the moment of winning the kite tournament. And from then on, it sort of destroys their relationship and their lives. I hope that people are ready for a film like Kite Runner, and I believe they are, because it's an emotional film, and it's universal, truthful, and I think it shines light on Afghanistan from a very different angle. Afghanistan is mainly associated with negative issues these days in the press, and I think it's really important to see Afghanistan, how beautiful it was in the 70s, and how grand it was, and how it literally was destroyed by the invasion of the Russians, and then went through this tumultuous war through the years, and is still in a very conflicted state.